We're doing an auction, a live auction, ladies and gentlemen. And even if you're not bidding on anything, it's so worth it to watch the amazing pipes of Joe Bodnar. Give it up for Joe.
Welcome to Bodnars, Bids, and Banter. I'm your host, Joe Bodnar.
Maureen.
Danny.
Janet.
The Bodnar family.
Yeah, I'm back.
You are back.
Bitches.
I missed you.
I know.
Where have you been all my life?
I was in the kitchen.
You were in the kitchen?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
I was cooking for somebody's party.
You were cooking for somebody's party that day. Last time we taped, it was the unbirthday. Well, happy unbirthday.
Thank you. What a fabulous party.
It was
Really?
fun.
Fabulous.
Besides the heat and the flies.
The heat and the flies.
It was hot that day.
But it was
was
gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know?
It was
It takes
gorgeous.
a village.
It does take a village because this one
village
saved
is
the day.
amazing.
I do gay things. I'm good at gay things.
You
Floral
did, he saved the
arranging,
day.
making look nice. We're good.
I did a Costco order for flowers because I was like, why? Why not? They deliver them right to the house.
Right.
They delivered them. I opened them up. I'm like, oh my God, why so many flowers? Well, it's Costco. Duh. I was so overwhelmed. I was so overwhelmed by
They
it all.
look beautiful. Just walking in and seeing them floating in the bird bath.
That was great, wasn't it?
That
was
was
Danny.
just such a magical moment.
It was.
I do what I can to
I
get
have
by.
to say, that was a great...
That was great.
That's a great effect.
I
having them
never-
floating in
And
And
bird
the
bath.
breeze was taking them as well.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
every
Yeah.
flower that was used in every bouquet, a single type of
Yeah.
each flower was also featured in
That
the
was
bird
cool.
bath.
In the bird bath.
Yeah.
How many years? I've been here 10 years.
I never would
once
have thought of that.
Never once.
So were you actually surprised?
I was shocked. Had no clue whatsoever.
And you didn't even get it because, like, when you pulled in, there was no cars
There
here.
were no cars,
They're all
and I
parked in the
thought
back.
we were going in the back to get you to go out to lunch with us.
Right.
And I'm like, why isn't he out here waiting?
And then you...
Absolutely.
I remember you
floored.
walking over, and then...
And I was like, oh, what is going on?
Right, right.
And then when I saw Noelle and Debbie, I'm like so confused.
Noelle and Debbie
I'm
here.
like, what is going on here?
Which are her best friends.
Yeah.
Fabulous. I have lots of best friends.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Lots of best friends.
Lots
We're
of best
family. They
friends.
were friends.
It was
better.
just
Gosh.
amazing.
Good. Yeah, no, I thought it was a great time. It was
Yeah.
hot. It was very, very hot that day, but it was nice.
But it was beautiful out.
Yeah,
it was beautiful. I mean, what else? It's summertime. What are you going to do? It's either going to pour rain or it's going to be 110 degrees, or or we do it in winter and it's 0 degrees in
Fair.
the snow.
But you should definitely link some pictures because I think the pictures
Should.
The
definitely do a slight
Unbelievable.
fraction of justice.
It was basically Alice in Wonderland was the
Alice.
theme.
It was an unbirthday theme.
Yes, that's right.
But over the top, it was amazing. From the centerpieces with the teacups and the teapots and the flowers and the curtain of flowers that were strung up hanging, and just the little sayings from table to table. It was just stunning.
I'm so screwed, when I have to do like the big birthday party for this one. I'm going to have like I'm not saying the big 40 maybe,
Yeah.
or the big 30.
30.
But
The big
at any
30.
rate,
There you go.
I got 4 years to figure it out. But I keep it's like I'm worried now because all the things she
should.
always does is like
What
over
she
the top.
does?
What the hell am I going to do? Have like Thomas the Tank Engine, like little
Oh my
hats?
God,
and-
not Thomas the Tank Engine.
yeah, Thomas the Tank Engine. We could do like a little Barbie. I'll have little Barbie hats or something.
Ooh, I would like a Barbie party.
Oh, we got a Barbie party.
Build Shiny Time Station.
There you go. Yeah. We could do something. Yeah, but mine will be like so ghetto, I mean, compared to your over the top, you go like it's like a $50,000 banquet, and mine would be like a $50. What the hell they just do at the party store?
Hip-hop remix of I'm a Barbie Girl.
I'm down for it. I'm down.
Just enlist the help of the person next to you.
I will have to.
You
No,
have,
I
you
don't
have
know.
helpers that will help.
Where there's a gay, there's a way.
There's a way.
There you go. I don't know, man, but I'm a nervous wreck over that. You did say you surprised. Oh, well, you didn't surprise
no,
me,
I
but
tried
you did
to surprise you.
That's
I
right,
managed
right,
to somehow. Now, whether Janet really knew and is still lying to me that
No,
she didn't know.
you would know if I knew.
I stalked.
Absolutely.
I stalked her friends. Like, stalked them.
Yes.
I had to.
Fabulous.
Noelle was easy. She was on Facebook. I sent her a private message. She got right back to me. Great. Do you have Debbie's info? No.
Waiting till they get home, unpacking their groceries. Hey.
Like, hello. Talk to the kids. Does anybody have Debbie's info? No. I'm like, oh my God. So I had to lie to Janet one day. I was like, oh my God, I got this weird Facebook request from this Debbie person. Is it your friend Debbie? What's her last name? She gave me her last name.
No clue.
And then she was like, and then Janet looks at me and goes, why, what was the last name of the person that friend requested you? And I'm like, I don't even remember what I said. I was like, Smith. I don't know. Smith. I was like, oh crap. She's not supposed to ask me anything.
Right.
And then I sent her a letter. I did. I mailed her a letter.
Old school.
It was. I
Dear
saved that
madam.
letter. It was the sweetest letter ever.
Oh,
like-
you saw it?
Yeah, she brought it to the party to show me what Maureen wrote.
Yeah,
and
I was like,
just
please don't think I'm
fabulous.
crazy. Like, I know I look like a crazy stalker, but I couldn't figure out how else to get in touch with her.
Well, my party was almost a surprise, you know.
Almost.
I just happened to open the box and find out.
Yeah, all the Amazon. You brought in Amazon packages on your way in today. Did you open them?
I did not.
No,
I
he
never
doesn't.
opened. We get Amazon boxes every day, every day,
Amazon
every
all
day.
the time.
And then this one day I came in, I don't know, I opened it
And
up.
he decided to
remember
open
that.
it.
I decided to open
and it had the invitations for his party.
Yeah, and I got so jealous. I thought, like, why are you having invitations? What's going on here?
Am I
Kinda worked
invited?
out.
I
It still
thought it
kinda
was
worked
like,
out,
I thought it
though.
was like you.
Oh no! Then he figured it out.
Yeah, I
within 2
figured it
seconds.
out. But not at first. I'm looking at it going, why are they having a party? What the hell is this? Who's this for? I got so aggravated.
And then he
Jelly.
mentally figured it out.
Yes, I
He
did.
went through the marathon.
I should just retaped the box.
He put it back in the bag and didn't retape the box. So I
didn't
immediately
retape
knew. I came in, I saw it open, I was like, you.
You saw your Christmas presents. It's that energy.
Yeah, I was so mad because I had worked. It wasn't just that. Like, I had planned it all out, like in my head, talking to Janet, for like 6 months.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Prior
of
to getting all
That is
that.
a lot of work.
It's hard to keep a secret like that, especially like as close as we are. I mean, even you bought this ring for me.
Yeah, and he figured out about that.
And I figured out about that because you were trying to size it upstairs, and I kind of walked in on you, and you went, and that was the end of that.
So he'd been looking at this ring in Cape May
Yes.
forever. And when we took the kids down over Christmas for the Christmas parade, he and Matt went to go to see if the arcade was open. And I was like, yes. They left. I was like, come on, Joey. And I snatched him and I ran in the store, haggled with her about the
It's
price.
time for some finery.
Yeah. Haggled with her about the price, did the whole 9, bought it. I had to buy something else. Like, I bought a hat just so I could hide the box under the bag with the hat. And then had to figure out, okay, what ring size is he on that finger? You know, and I don't have a ring sizer, and his fingers don't go up on a traditional, the rings.
What's he, like a 14, 15?
I think it was like a 15
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
like a 15.
Yeah.
But the ring sizers that we have go up to a
Don't-
13.
Right.
So I'm like, I have no idea. So then I get a little paper one. So then I'm taking the one he normally wears on that finger, and I'm upstairs, and he's not even here. He's not even here. And I'm upstairs at his dresser, rooting through his jewelry, pull out the ring with the ring sizer. I don't even hear him come up. All of a sudden, he's right behind me. What are you doing?
Way to ruin the surprise, Bodnar.
Freaked out.
You can use your phone now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sideways.
Right.
And then it's like a ring sizing app, and then you expand the circle till it matches
Shut
the ring
up.
size.
Wow,
and
I
then
didn't
it'll
know.
let you know.
That would have been
Yeah.
so much easier.
Pretty cool.
Or the string method while he's sleeping.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Depending where that ring is for, but
Exactly.
Talking about a different kind of ring here. But yeah, so then he found out, and then he was like, what are you doing? And I was so mad, I just took the box and like threw it at him. I was like,
Yeah,
because
you got so mad.
in between that,
But then I figured I knew exactly what it was at that point. Then too.
in between that, so he saw the invitations. He says, well, I don't know where it is. I don't know anything about it. I don't know when it is. I don't know. So I'm like, fine. So I go over to the place to book it.
Oh yeah, this.
He's not around. Again, he was working.
I went to the vet or something.
He went.
Years,
But I don't know. He didn't tell me he was going to be there. Like, I think he was here working. And I go over. I book it. I do my thing. I'm coming back. Someone decides to go to Pierce for lunch and sees me coming from that direction.
Yeah,
knows exactly where I was coming from and what I was doing. I was like,
There are no
you know what?
surprises with him.
No
You know
surprises.
No surprises.
No surprises.
This is why it's no good to have surprises.
Made me so mad.
Surprises are
Made me
fun.
so mad.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yes.
I guess so.
Made me so mad. All that work.
Yeah, but you're the same way. When Christmas time and we bought ourselves gifts that one year, you were like looking for it. And and you were trying to find it because you didn't want to wait for the suspense of Christmas Day, right?
Yeah, no, I'm really bad with that. So
Yeah, exactly.
the first time I got married to my ex-husband, I knew it was coming. Like, we'd been
You
together.
knew what was coming.
That he was going to propose, and we'd been together forever. It
was in the air.
We had just bought a house together. Like, we just bought a house. We moved in. We've been together forever. It's got to be coming, right? I searched that house up one way and down another.
I better not hide nothing in the
No,
house.
don't hide in the house is what we've learned.
I did, and he had it on the top of his closet shelf. If I would have went a couple of inches further with my hand, I would have found it. I would have found it, but I wanted to make sure that I liked it.
And also
I know
make sure
that's
that you had
mean.
your nails done.
Yeah. Oh no, it was. Well, if he ever sees this, it was not a great proposal.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. It was on a cake in the kitchen, like not even anywhere. Like, will you marry me on a cake in the kitchen? I turned around. He was on the ground, on one knee, and then he thought, "Oh, I'm just gonna go to work."
What?
Yeah. Thank you. I called thank God, my girlfriend Michelle. I was like, Michelle, I just got engaged. She was like, you can't come in tonight. I'm like, no, I can't. No, I was bartending at the time. I was like, no, I can't. She was like, no, don't worry about it. I will figure out how to cover your shift. Idiot thought I was going to work.
I had fireworks out back.
He did not.
Mine.
That's
Fireworks said, "Oh, you marry me." He can.
Full drone show.
No, it was not.
I was.
I was making signs for the car show.
Right.
We'd already decided to get married.
Yes.
I bought the ring.
Right, and then I can't, and
you just came with the ring that we had already bought and I'd already been wearing and said, "Will you marry me?" That's it. I need to.
But that was the best. That was the best marriage right
give me
there.
that shit.
We need to renew our vows so that I can get a good proposal.
I can give you. I will propose right
Right now.
No,
I love you so much.
This is, again.
Will you remarry me?
This is not it.
This is not it. No. Oh my goodness.
He's not gonna.
Fine.
I can't.
Man. Oh man.
I want a production. Every girl
what?
wants a production.
A production?
Yeah.
It's a production right here. We are in a production right now.
All
Not
right.
it.
Takes more than a few LED panels to make a production.
I could definitely put on a production. So you want a production? We can give it.
We're gonna get the marching band.
Yes, we'll get the. I like this.
full
We'll get the
marching
South
band.
Brunswick marching
No,
band.
no.
Go
I
right
want
down
one of
the
those,
highway here.
in New Orleans.
Second line.
Second line. Yeah, I want one of those.
A second line?
Yeah.
What the hell's a second line?
Those are dope. Oh, man.
Isn't that like when somebody dies or when
Yeah.
somebody or like
Or a
get
party
married, any
or a
major
birthday,
celebration are happening?
So like a mummers band.
Kind of, but
In
not.
a sense,
We had the
but with
Philadelphia
more
version.
flavor.
Yeah. Less costumes, more music.
Got it, like a mummers, but not mummers. Got it.
Yeah.
I
But I'll take
understand.
mummers too.
You know what?
I'll educate
Sequins
you
and
after this.
feathers.
Okay.
I'm there.
Got you.
Got it.
I like a good mummer band.
No, literally, as a little gay boy, oh my god, I went to the fucking Mummers Museum in Philly. Go if you haven't been.
No, I've never been.
Such sights to be seen.
They used to put it on TV, the parade, and they don't do that. I
don't
haven't
anymore?
seen it in a while.
The mummers parade?
No, it's not
gotta
there's
get the
no-
Philly channel.
Yeah, you gotta get a Philly for that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I actually got Apple TV just so I could watch the Mummers Parade, and then I
love
turned it
them.
on, even though it said it was on there, and they weren't broadcasting that year, and we paid
We
this
paid
whole
for
year.
Apple TV.
Whole
I
year.
actually
and I didn't
almost
even get
became
to
a
see the
mummer.
Mummers. I was so
That's
bad.
sad.
You almost became a mummer.
I did. I was I started contacting people who had been in the scene for a long time. I just wanted to wear feathers.
That'd be cool.
And
I'd do
sequins.
that with
Yes.
you. I would do the mummers. That's cool. I would do that.
I just
So
wanted
much
to wear the
fun.
costumes.
Why don't we
I
just
could
start
still
our
see
own
you in
mummers
that,
band?
right?
We only need like
Absolutely.
8-9 people.
I play the saxophone. I'm ready.
I play
Let's
the
do it.
drums. Maddie's playing the drums.
I'll figure something out.
Yo, this is, hey,
You'll be
this
the
is
one
it.
in the front with the
Yeah.
thing.
I finally got it because I've been wanting to do something in Cape May. We could march in the
The
Cape May
Bodnars
Christmas
Mummer?
parade. Yeah, the Bodnars Mummers, and we march in the Cape May parade. I love it. This is a plan.
Okay, color scheme, theme. We
Yes,
need to start
yes.
ordering ostrich feathers and rhinestones
Seahorses.
now.
Sequins.
I want to do seahorses
Seahorses.
and octopuses or something.
Ooh, under the sea.
Under the
yeah,
sea.
yeah.
Two questions.
2 questions.
One, for those who don't know what that is, can you please explain?
What's a
And
mummer?
Yeah, and
Oh,
two,
man.
can we get the Gavilton costume? made
Yeah, we can get the
and have
Gavilton in there as well.
Oh my God, Gavilton.
You already,
Yeah.
you already beat me to Gavilton. I would say I'm going to
full
propose to you
regalia.
with a Gavilton bear. I'm going to give
Oh,
you a
for
gavel. The
God's sake.
Gavilton bear is going to hold the ring. And anyway, the
The ring
mummers.
bearer? Are you for real?
The
Yeah,
ring
they're gonna be the
bearer.
ring bearer. No, the mummers. The mummers are these groups
Think
of
of second line,
Social groups.
but
that drink a lot.
Yes, social
definitely
groups.
drink a
They
lot.
drink a lot, but they're like these outlandish costumes, sequins, like
Over the
there's like
top.
ostrich feathers. There's dancing
There's
involved.
themes.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
the best way to equate it is how there are community groups for the carnival in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like a whole neighborhood would get together? There's like multiple different mummers clubs, and in a sense it's like a social club.
Yeah.
And they get together, they do community outreach, they do charity work.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then from there, each year they create a new theme, and
Yep.
then the
And-
Mummers Parade is almost a competition in a
Yeah,
sense.
it's
Yes.
a competition. New Year's Day, it starts at like 8 in the morning and runs till 8 at night, and
Yeah,
they
in
have
Philly.
like 500 different groups competing at least. It's crazy.
love
It's all
some
day
mummer
long. It's
parades.
nuts. And they have groups that just dance, groups that just bounce up and down and scream, and then they have groups that are playing full blown orchestras of 200 members like bands. I mean, it's
and then there's
unbelievable.
individuals as well who put together the insane costumes, the ones that
Yeah.
like come with frames.
Yeah,
and are
they're
on
like
wheels.
10 feet
Yep.
tall, 20 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, think of like a carnival like type costume.
Oh, it's
a little
great.
more.
Looking at photos now,
Yeah.
it looks crazy.
Oh, it's crazy,
so
man.
much
It's great.
fun.
Yeah.
I love
Oh my God,
me
I'm
some
like trying to see.
mummers.
I got to try on a mummer costume once.
How exciting.
I think we sold one once, actually. I think
It
we
was a
sold
lot
mummer.
of fun. I knew exactly what it was. They came in and like somebody was a mummer and I guess had excess costumes because they take up a lot of space. You know,
Right.
they're multiple
Yeah.
pieces. It was a Mongol. I dressed up as a Mongolian. I don't know what their theme was that year,
Okay.
but I'll find it. I'll find it later. But I'll have to show you guys. It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
I
that
loved
sounds like fun.
I like this idea. We could have
so cool.
Under the Sea, Cape May Parade, the Bodnars Mummers,
Gotta get Gavilton made up.
Gavilton made up, everything else. I
That'd be
like
super
this.
cute. And then, I mean, if would it really be a parade though? It would be a parade because it's in the parade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
We have to
they're
figure out a
just like-
power system because then we can make it look like water's blowing up using thin
Bubbles.
fabric.
Bubbles.
Thin
Right.
fabric to make it look like waves and water coming up, like that Sade video.
yes.
Oh, I like it.
Yes.
I think that's a really great line to kind of like it's a
Oh.
realist kind of.
And then I will propose to you as a mummer.
Okay.
No, you have to be King Trident. You have to be King Trident.
King
He's already got
Trident.
the white hair.
Yep.
We'll get you a big, long curly beard.
Beard.
I
yep.
like it.
Yeah,
A crown.
You know, an actual trident. You know, that'll be good.
It could work. Well, there
we'll,
you
we'll
have
get
it.
you both in some of those silicone tails.
Right.
Right?
You know? Just have
Right.
you flopping around.
That could work too.
Yeah, no, the Cape May Parade, they have at least 3 different mummers.
Yeah, they have
bands,
3-4 bands.
Four
that-
bands.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they,
Their
are they
parade-
dressed?
Yeah.
Full dress. Their parade is 3 hours long.
Yeah, 3-hour long parade.
Get out.
You know, they
Yeah.
between fire trucks,
Marching bands,
and marching
fire
bands.
trucks, floats, mummer bands, other string bands.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun.
I've
Yeah.
never been to Cape May. I really need to go down
Neither
there.
have
I know.
Now's the
I
time
know.
to go. It
Now's
was
the time to go. You're
so-
right. You're right.
Samesies. Never
Road
been.
trip.
Wow.
It was so nice down there this time.
Yeah, we were just there last week.
Wasn't total beach weather for me. I tried a couple
Fair.
hours one day, failed.
But I mean, since technically the season's over, it's just you can go anywhere on the shore.
Yeah.
And you could actually breathe. You know.
Oh,
for 5
so
minutes.
nice.
It was nice. It was busy
Oh, the
though.
30-mile-an-hour wind was
It
great. but-
was very windy. very windy. Couldn't swim. I didn't want to swim. It was too cold. But the waves were just coming in, crash. It was
crazy.
Worse than the hurricane 2 weeks ago. Because 2 weeks ago they said the water came all the way up, almost went over the dunes 2 weeks ago when that hurricane came through. Yeah, which is even crazier.
I don't want to think about it.
No, that's nuts, right? She showed us there was like a 15-foot wave coming in.
Yeah.
Off of Cape May.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "Is this like a mini tidal wave?" You know what I mean? Like, what is going on here?
Exactly.
That would scare me.
Fair.
I have deep respect for the ocean and what it can do.
Please,
Yes.
anytime I see any footage of the beach and
Yeah.
like beach shore communities and like in
Yeah.
North Carolina, Virginia, and all of those houses just getting constantly washed away, it's just insane to me. Mm-hmm. Like, there has to be a better way.
I can't imagine. No, just being in a hurricane here without the ocean and having Hurricane Sandy come through was enough for me. That was intense
that
enough.
was
it was like
terrifying.
the Wizard of Oz.
Right.
Oh my God, Sandy was
Imagine.
crazy.
On top of that, dealing with the ocean surge, that's crazy. I mean, you look at, I remember watching one of these specials on TV with Sandy, and this guy got swept out over Seaside and into the bay and ended up like in Tom's River somewhere.
There was-
floated for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
One woman,
That's crazy.
One woman clung onto a tree for like 6 hours or something because the water coming down plus the storm surge.
What can you do?
It was just
You're beat.
I would not like it. I would not like it one
That
bit.
doesn't
I
sound
would not like
enjoyable
it.
by any means.
No, right? And it was crazy because Patty, who's over at the Stockton Inn, was telling us how years ago one of the hurricanes that came in Cape May did go underwater, and she was at the Acme and had to walk home, and she was walking up to her waist home. And I'm going,
Oh no! She said it started at the like all the way in town because you can remember Cape May is completely surrounded.
Right.
You got to come over the bridge to and she had her son who was little at the time.
Yep.
At the Acme, she was trying to get home. So the water started here. By the time she got home, she had her son on her shoulders, and it was here.
What the hell?
can you imagine that?
No.
I wouldn't even want to walk through that, not knowing what I'm stepping on.
That's scary.
No. And why is it that down at the shore, it's always an Acme?
I don't know.
It's just
Acme.
It's the same thing in Sea Isle City. It's like, we gotta go to the Acme.
Gotta go to the Acme.
It is I guess the Acme was just known as a shore town grocery store.
I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But you're right. It is always an Acme.
It is always an Acme.
It's always the Acme.
always.
And in
that's-
Cape May, that's the only corporate store you'll see.
That is the only corporate store. But, I bet you it's not even a corporate. I bet you they're actually individually owned.
Who knows?
And they still go under the Acme logo, just like A&P. A&P used to be around, too.
A&P. I remember A&P.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What did it stand for again? A&P, it was... I can't think of it. But shit, A&P's been around forever. I remember selling advertising tins from the turn of the century for A&P, so they've been around forever. Yeah.
I didn't know they were around
Coffee
that long.
tins and stuff like that are like from the 1930s.
I wouldn't have thought they'd been that old.
Yeah, no, they've been around for quite some
Do you know
time.
that Joe used to work at the food town in Metuchen?
Oh, in Metuchen?
I did work there.
You
yes.
did?
Oh, so when I was
did
when I
you
was a
pack my
travel
meat for
when I was
me?
a traveling manager, what'd you say?
Did you pack my meat for
I
me?
did not pack meat. That's a different union, so I didn't pack the
okay.
meat.
What
You have, it is. It's a different union. It really is. You have to be a part of a special union for to pack the meat.
What was your union?
1262.
You got to earn your spot.
And
I'm
what
not
did you
even-
do?
Yeah,
My-
you
no,
gotta
my
earn your
union was
spot in the
1262.
meat packing union.
Okay.
That's right.
What did
That's
I do?
right.
What didn't I do? I mean, it was shit. Well, when I worked at Food Town, I actually started as a bagger. I used to bag groceries, and then I moved up to pushing carts, and then I was in the dairy department, the grocery department. Then I became a night lockup manager, and that's where I ended up in Metuchen. So when I was doing night lockup, I would travel around to, besides Somerset being my home store where your grandmother, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, your grandmother worked. I would also work in South Plainfield, Metuchen, Franklin Park, and I would travel around. So I would have I would go there one day, and I go to another store another day and do a 3 to 11 lockup.
Pretty cool.
And that store, well, we used to call it the dungeon. That was like, do you remember the old food town in
Yes.
Metuchen? So
Absolutely.
I can see it clearly in my
we
head.
used to call it the dungeon. They had a basement there. That's where all the dead stock went down in the basement. Dead stock meaning if it didn't fit on the shelves, you had storage. So the dead stock dock would go to the basement, and then the frickin' the walk-in cooler was actually outside, so you had to go outside onto the dock to get to the walk-in cooler for like the milk department and stuff.
And it was built up so high that ramp getting in and out,
was impossible.
like with a cart, it was a steep ramp. At least in my mind, it was a steep ramp getting in and out of the store. Like, who thought of this?
I vaguely remember the ramp.
Yeah.
Vaguely, just because like when I remember being like in a shopping cart.
Yeah.
And like having fun.
What I remember, I was only there a couple times. I hated that store, and what I remember.
Don't hold back.
No, I ain't going. Well, it's not there anymore.
It's not there anymore.
But you know what
It's
what
long
I
gone.
hated. Me and my 20 lives where I'm almost died. Like I got swept out to sea. Like 2 weeks ago, I almost died again, or 3 weeks ago. But anyway,
I missed that. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I won't go into that story.
Okay.
But in Metuchen, in the back to get to the dairy cooler, there was this metal bar that would come down and lock it up and it was like a gavel, like a Gavilton, not Gavilton.
Like a swing arm. Kinda?
Yeah, like how do you cut your head off? What's that called?
Guillotine?
Oh, guillotine.
Yeah, like a guillotine. Guillotine, whatever.
Guillotine, yeah.
Guillotine.
Guillotine.
Well, anyway,
Guillotine.
this fucking thing came down, took off my fingertip, man, and yeah, no, it hurt like hell. I was like 19, and it grew back though. I guess
So
maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought. I still have my fingertip, but it hurt like a bitch, man. But that's the one thing I remember at that store. I got my finger cut.
I was so glad
by
when
the
they
guillotine.
took down that store.
Yeah,
That whole section was so just dilapidated.
It was a little dilapidated, but there's a part of me, the nostalgia that, my sister worked there. You know what I mean? Like, I can still remember going to the store, turning left. And there, it's where they had all the videos for rent.
Yep.
And I would beg my mom every single time.
I liked renting videos, but I went to Blockbuster. I was a little more sophisticated.
Oh man, video stores. That's a whole.
I mean, I was little, dude. I was like 6, 7.
Remember the video store? They had the little section partitioned off with little curtains with all the X-rated stuff.
Or like swing doors, or like
Like little swing doors, like
style swing doors.
I remember you'd be walking around and then you see the door open. Oh, what's in there? And it would close real quick, and you're like, "Damn, I wish I could see that." At least that's what I remember as a
I just
kid.
remember like they always had a specific smell.
Yes.
Like movie stores.
Yes.
Like even like certain movie stores from like
It did
me
have a
growing
certain
up,
smell.
like the neon where the kids section was.
Yes.
Like I'm telling you, I could still navigate it now.
And it used to be.
Burnt and seared into my
Yep,
memory.
It wasn't
Yep.
cheap either. If I remember, it was like $5.99 a night or something like that.
was.
$4.99 a
It wasn't
night.
cheap.
No,
It wasn't
I don't
cheap.
think it was cheap for the time. When you
Oh,
think
and
about
forget it if you forgot to return it.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you
Or if you didn't
forgot to
rewind.
rewind
Yeah,
it?
if
Yeah,
you didn't
you got
rewind it.
charged.
Be kind.
Rewind. Exactly.
But if you forgot to return it,
They
it
would
was like
clip you.
$50.
Yeah, and if it was
And
like,
we're talking like in the early 90s.
yeah, no, and if it was a good movie, they'd be calling you because they want it
Yeah.
back because it's like on hold for the next person. I remember that too. You remember that?
Yeah.
And they would have like 20
that's
copies
rented
of
out.
it, 30
That's rented
copies
out right
of it.
now. It should be returning by.
Yeah, they
my
used
God.
to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you had your little card and you showed a card.
Oh my God, the computer screen that had like the orange letters or the green
Don't
letters.
laugh, we still have
We
computers
still have
like
that.
that.
Yeah, when we do
An
our
old
live
dot
sale,
matrix
you'll see them.
system. Yep. We still have an old dot matrix system for the live sale.
Yes.
If it ain't
That's
broke,
crazy.
don't fix it.
Exactly.
you make
Heard.
fun of those old computers all you want. Everybody does. They're like, good Lord.
I just remember, just playing 8-bit
Uh-huh.
games on there.
Oregon
Was it Captain
Trail.
Comic? Oh my God, yeah, shit like that.
Oregon
Things like
Trail.
So with me drowning and getting swept out to sea.
Yeah,
You always
what
gotta be the
happened?
banker.
So we were in Cape May on our family vacation, and me and Maddie were out in the ocean swimming, and it was rough. It was kept pushing us to the right point. So anyway, I'm getting out there, and we were going to the right, and next thing you know, lifeguard whistles and points to the two of us to come back. So I go to turn around, and sure enough, a rip current hits me immediately and starts taking me back, and I couldn't pull forward, and the lifeguard literally was like Baywatch, man. He jumped off the thing and he's running towards me, right? And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm thinking, this happened so fast. I'm like, I'm dying. I'm gonna die.
die right here.
My poor son, I left him behind. He said, I'm trying to get back. I didn't even think about my son. I went, oh
Maddie.
shit. I should have grabbed him and saved him, but literally, I moved to the right just a little bit, and I finally broke away right when the lifeguard got to me, and it was giving me the red thing. But man, so quick, I couldn't believe it. Scared the shit out of me.
It'll get you.
Unreal, right?
Not prepared.
So I almost died.
I'm glad
Swept
you
out to
didn't.
the ocean.
Almost died.
I'm glad you didn't.
Listen, it could have happened. It was right around the same time. What's his name died from the same thing? The Huxtable guy.
Oh my God! I know who you're talking
Yeah, I can't think of his
Jamal.
name.
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yeah, Malcolm Jamal. He died the same
whoa.
way. You know, he actually died the same way,
Yeah,
the
he
same week.
He saved his daughter.
He
and
saved
he
his
drowned.
daughter.
Oh, I left mine
Just a
behind.
reminder.
Yeah. Just to let you know, Matt, who's in the other room listening, actually probably has his headphones on.
He probably does have his headphones on.
But yeah, Malcolm
I
Jamal
would've went
Warner
back for him.
saved his daughter. You.
Yeah, but
See, the secret is people start
wait a
freaking
second.
out.
The key for survival is to survive yourself, then help the other. I was not prepared. I was
You're not on an airplane. You're not
Yeah.
putting on an
This is not an
oxygen
oxygen
mask.
mask.
Don't try to flip it.
That's how you got to do. You got to save yourself first, then you can help the others. But if you're going down too, it's over. It's all over. I don't know. But at least I'm still here breathing, and now I can do the big proposal, and we're going to have a fantastic second wedding.
If we redid our vows, I'm so doing it in Cape May.
Yeah, we could do it down in Cape May.
Absolutely.
And then I can go out to the
fireworks,
ocean
the color
afterwards and get
ones.
swept away.
Swept away, yes. Part 2.
Exactly. And with that, we'll be right back. Hey, Joe Bodnar here at Bodnar's Auctions, reminding you our next record scheduled sale is a 2-day special sale, October 1st and October 2nd. October 1st, we're selling the estate of our good friend Amel Wojcik. Collected 18th century porcelain, Meissen, Chinese export, and beautiful, beautiful watches. Make sure you check that out October 1st. And on October 2nd, we continue on with Estate Comics, selling 2 big collections, finishing up the last collection and a brand new collection. All kinds of comics, independent comics, bronze, silver age, modern, anything you could think of is in that sale. Check it out October 1st and 2nd. And now, back to the show. Welcome back to the show. So we had a hell of a week. We have the greatest guests that we could have because this is hands-on. We've dealt with your husband's collection in the last.
Yes, we did.
The last month is kind of how it's been.
I feel like we've been dealing with it forever.
Well,
okay?
you've been dealing with it forever, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
I guess.
Of him collecting and everything else and everything else. But obviously now we're bringing it to auction.
Yes, we are.
And you're really in the thick of everything.
It is. It's cataloging and describing and finding all his notes and paperwork. And so it has been a long process.
Right.
I wish I would have paid more attention when he was telling me what his crap was. It's not really crap, but when he would talk to me about it, and I would sort of be like, yeah. And now I'm like, damn, I wish I would have listened more closely,
Right.
with his items.
But a lot of times, too, he was very secretive with stuff like that.
Well, he was secretive when we were at the auction and I was working for you.
Right.
Danny, we would go around the auction and he would say, I found some things I want to pull and bid on. You could pull anything out of a box and start the bidding at $10. And I said, well, what is it you want to pull? He goes, I can't tell you. And I go, why not? He goes, because you'll go and tell Joe what it is. And I said, well, yeah, I will, because that's my job.
Yep.
So it was top secret until after he bought it and got it home and then told me what it was.
Right.
Because
Okay.
he didn't want to put me in an awkward position because he knows I absolutely would say what it is.
Yeah.
And especially if I was calling at the time, I would on the headset say what it is.
Right. But what was good about him, yes, he would not give out information. But if I personally asked him or if you personally asked him, hey, what is this?
absolutely.
He would tell us. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
He wouldn't hold back as far as that was
No.
concerned. But
But if you didn't directly ask
he
him,
did not directly would tell you, hey, by the way, Joe, you got a $500 vase in this box on. He wouldn't tell you that. But if I asked him, hey, what do you think this is? He would go, oh, yeah, well, this is a 17th century, blah, 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 blah. He would tell me all about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know, so I think he felt compelled to tell it, but he didn't want to tell it because, you know, that's how it is in the business, you know?
It always runs a fine line, you know?
Exactly.
well, that's it. He wasn't working for us.
No.
So he didn't have to.
Valid.
Even though he was our
Valid.
expert. I mean, technically, he was our go-to man when it came to Chinese export watches, antiquities, and stuff. Yes,
Right, we could
but
go
no, we
to
did.
him.
Did we give him a paycheck? No.
No.
Well,
so-
we kind of gave you a paycheck.
He got paid by proxy.
Exactly,
Yes, he did.
exactly. But yes, we've been cataloging that.
Very
Sales
cool
up
stuff.
online.
Very cool stuff.
It is
Very
very
cool
cool stuff. And it's all antiquities and Chinese export and Meissen and watches. And really, this is part one
Colombian.
of a 2-part sale, which I know you're happy because you're like, I wanted to be 2 sales.
Yes.
You wanted
I
to be-
had that dream I told you. Actually, it was a nightmare.
Right.
That we were cataloging and we got to the end of the sale and turned around and there were tables more items.
Right.
And in my nightmare, I was like, oh my God, Joe, it's 2 sales. It's a 2-day sale.
Okay.
And I told you that. And it actually happened.
And
it
it
did
happened.
happen.
Yes,
It
no, it is
happened.
going to be a 2-day sale.
You manifested it.
I know. I
did.
manifested that 2-day
This
sale.
will be part
bid.
1, which is on October 1st. And then part 2, I think we're probably going to look at January when we do our next mixed antique sale. And that's when we'll put that in. And maybe I'll put the artwork in with stuff and the coins otherwise. So I don't know. But it's definitely
Right.
a 2-part sale because just the mid-century modern pieces that are not in this upcoming sale is another 30 to 50 lots. There's probably another 50 to 75 lots of ancient coins, if not
At
more.
least.
Great art, great antiquities,
Exactly.
great coins, great jewelry. It was a pleasure to work with.
Wasn't it a great pickup?
It was a really fun pickup.
It was
Honestly.
a fun
the best pickup
I
ever.
couldn't ask for anything better. My friends coming to pick up Amel's stuff,
Right.
which was very comforting and nice. We had fun.
Right.
All around, it was just fabulous. In very good hands. His stuff is in very good hands.
Well, thank you.
And it's just the best feeling in the world. I feel like very positive and excited for the sale.
Yeah, no. If anything, it's a legacy because the sale will be online forever of his collection, or any collection that we handle. But that's really the gig.
The amazing part is, as Danny was like emptying that cabinet with the pre-Columbian pieces and the antiquities, as he's emptying it, it's like multiplying as you pull it out. Like it didn't look
Yeah.
like there was that many pieces in there.
I started on the bottom shelf, then moved the second shelf to the bottom shelf. I was trying to be so ginger with these millennia old
Yeah.
They are too.
objects. It was wild. It was a super fun to handle them.
Well, at the end, I mean, a lot of those pieces, they're museum quality. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're ancient pieces,
2,000-year-old relics of antiquities.
Pre-Columbian, Mesopotamia, early, deserty, biblical-y type
Yeah.
times.
Egyptian.
Yeah, so
Egyptian
much. It's just
pieces.
wild.
Even
It's wild.
Egyptian jewelry is in this
Yeah.
auction.
Yes,
Yeah.
some cool amulets, some cool jewelry pieces. Super neat. Super
Yeah,
neat.
no, I thought that stuff was neat. The Chinese export is definitely neat. What I liked about your husband's collection, the watches are really nice.
The watches are fabulous.
You know,
I'm a fan of his
the watch
sculptures,
collection
too.
that
The
he had.
sculpture
Yeah.
choices.
I always remember what I remember the most about him. Anytime he came to the auction, he would always wear a different watch.
Yep.
And sometimes he would wear a watch during the day and then come back at preview and have a different watch on at night.
Absolutely.
He used to do that
Yeah.
all the time.
He would change out his watches. His watches were part of his wardrobe.
Yeah.
It
Right.
was, you changed it like I change rings and earrings.
Yes.
He changed his watches.
And he had self-winders, and he would have them on. Yeah, so they would be
Self-winders,
winding up all the time and everything
I learned
else.
so much about it because we got a safe in the house, and he had to buy this self-winding contraption to hold his
a winding
watches.
box, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
had to take the cover off to mount it in the safe, and this thing is spinning the watches. But he belonged to a watch forum, a car forum. He just loved his collection.
Right.
Yeah.
What I loved is like when we used to show him things. If it was no good, he would go, "Yeah, junk." Or he'd take right. He would always do
Yes.
that. He would always go, "This is junk.
Yes.
This is no good. Junk."
Yes, he had such a good eye. When we first met, we would go to the Route 1 flea market.
I remember the Route 1 flea market.
Remember that? And
Yeah.
the twins and
Peanuts, roasted peanuts as you walk in.
we would go to the flea market. He would head towards the tables with the junky stuff.
Right.
And I would go to the stands with the new makeup, jewelry, that stuff. And I'm like, why are you looking at this like dirty old stuff? And
Right.
he would like, look at this. This is 19th century. And I'm like, ew. But it eventually grew on me, okay? And now I'm here. But it took a while to grow on me.
I was at the
He's
Route 1 flea market for square dancing, roasted peanuts, and gold chains. That's what I remember.
Nice.
Or if you found some hubcaps on the side of the road, you would sell them to the hubcap
Oh my god,
guy.
the
you know?
you know?
hubcap
teen
guy.
market.
Remember
Fake
all the
IDs.
hubcaps? Remember the hubcap guy?
I remember the hubcap guy.
Yeah.
I remember I'm old enough that like when I was like in middle school and my cousins were in high school, we had some cousins stay from us to go to high school for like a year or two, like in the States, and we used to have to go to the flea market to the Spanish music booth because there was always one with tapes and CDs.
Yep.
And that's where we would get early reggaeton music.
Right,
Before
right.
the days of Bad Bunny.
Yes.
And I remember there was an antique store at the Route 1 flea market, like a woman I think owned it or something like that. I forget the name of it, but it was in the back.
In the back, yeah.
Yeah, I used to buy antiques out of there years.
I remember the sword guy.
Yeah, there was a sword guy.
There was like the Asian, the Asian, the chintzy Asian
Yeah.
import.
Yeah.
Got to buy Clayman fishing.
And then on the weekends, they had the bluegrass and country
They
bands
Yeah.
come through.
And on Sundays, you'd have to pay $10 to park, if I remember correctly. They would charge parking on the weekends. That's what I remember.
Oh, man.
Man, no, Route 1 flea market was great, but you and your husband went everywhere. I mean, I used to go to the Meadowlands and shop all the
Meadowlands Flea
time.
Market.
Oh, wow.
Lambertville.
I've heard about that.
Right.
NewHope.
Yeah.
Townwide sales.
Right.
We just went everywhere. Vermont, we went to co-ops.
I was writing the press release for the auction that's going into the trade paper, and I was reminiscing how I've known the two of you since I was 17, because when I first auctioned at A&E Auction, I think your youngest at that time was Brittany. I don't even think
Brittany, Devin
Sabrina wasn't even born yet.
No,
right?
no. It was Brittany, and Devin was in the stroller.
Right.
When we first met you.
Right, that's what I remember. And you guys used to come to the A&E auction, and you'd be sitting 3/4 of the way back. And Darlene, his sister, who actually recently passed too recently, you guys would all be sitting together and bidding at the auction. But I think one of the best stories is like they had Metuchen yard sales kind of tied up for years, and Amel and his sister Darlene also lived in town, and you guys would like battle it out on yard sale weekends, right?
Oh, absolutely. When I started doing yard sales and going out on weekends, I would just go to Metuchen. The kids were little. I lived there. It was easy. And my sister-in-law came over one day, and she's like, South Plainfield's a really nice town. Here's a map. Maybe you should go there. And I was like, okay, I'm being banned from my hometown. But
Territorial, even in the family, man.
Funny.
very territorial on who goes where. But yet she let Brittany go to Metuchen, my oldest. She was allowed to shop in Metuchen. I
Okay.
wasn't.
You never know. People can't. I mean, I know I'm very. If like you find that good spot, I'm
not telling you about
I love it.
very protective.
But you
of
know
it.
what the thing is? When you go to a yard sale, you could get there at 8 a.m. and you could look and there's nothing there. And at 12 o'clock, they remember grandma's jewelry's in the house.
That's it.
Let's bring it out.
True.
There is no
True.
rhyme or reason.
No, there's
to
no
what
rhyme or
time.
reason.
It's just I go where I go, when I go, and whatever happens, happens.
But that's all right. I love family rivals at the auction or even
yes.
something like that. It's fucking great. I mean, listen, we had, you remember Patty Waspel, who she's passed too since then. But Patty and her brother Fritz, who's also passed, and their other sister Diane. So Patty used to work for me. Fritz used to consign stuff to me, and Diane was from like England. Got married, went out to England, and was shipping containers back and forth. But they were all in the business. However, one sale, Diane shows up. Patty's working for me. Fritz is in the back bidding, and the three of them pounded each other at the auction, bid each other up on everything.
Brutal.
What a day. It was brutal as any. It was great though, man. But that family feuded at the auction. I loved it. Yeah, it was great. And Darlene, I guess Darlene never bid against your husband, did he? I don't know. They had a decent relationship, but when it came to business, when it came to finding stuff though.
When it came to
I was going to say,
stuff,
I can see Darlene going.
I
nope.
can see Darlene.
Oh, absolutely.
It's mine.
Yeah, I can see Darlene
and
doing
I
that.
can see my husband going, too bad.
Yeah,
Too bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, the two of them had a little bit of competitiveness.
Yeah.
I believe it.
With the antique.
Sure.
Yeah, they both had the same feeling on what they dealt with too.
Right.
It'd be like
Because
that sometimes.
Darlene definitely dealt with the same type of stuff like the collections like
Right.
your husband collected.
Right. And some of the stuff came from her, so
Right.
it's nice.
Yeah, no, but that's what I remember like back in the day, the
in the
feuds
day.
the feuds between the families sometimes, and the yard sales, because yard sale, those markets are crazy. I mean, people get very territorial,
They do.
when it comes to yard sales. Because I remember if I show up at a yard sale now, everybody's like, "What are you doing there?"
Yeah.
They know exactly who I am right off the bat. It's
Right.
like I can't even hide, I was
Right.
or like Andrea Sandler, last time we were out and about at the
Metuchen.
Metuchen, and she was going on and talking the whole time to
She
me and
never
everything
did
else.
sign that jewelry.
No, she never did call it. Like, consign that jewelry, Andrea. You and Sherry
That
Levine.
whole
Yeah.
talk.
I've
But-
been to sales and Andrea's been there and she'll walk away and then the person selling the stuff will say, "So I hear you work at Bodnars." I'm like,
Andrea
"Damn,
can never keep her.
Andrea."
Oh, she
Yeah.
can't keep her mouth shut. That's. But Andrea is good.
This is
nice.
why I don't make a big deal, because without him, nobody knows who I am. They don't remember me.
That's all going to change
Without,
after I do this big proposal. This big proposal on TV.
And you go viral.
We go viral. We hit
up.
3 million shares.
Shut
You know what?
up.
I feel like I can really side with celebrities in that sense. Because I mean, like, granted, like nobody ever recognizes me wherever, and not that I'm by any means, popular or famous, but like I feel like that would be the biggest hit for me. Like I just love sometimes going to a good antique mall.
Yeah.
Taking a random early morning trip to the Golden Nugget. You know what I mean?
Yep.
In Lambertville, or just doing this and like going about my way and just living my life.
Yep.
But I feel like that's probably one of the biggest messed up parts
can
about
be.
becoming famous.
Yes, I don't disagree. Not that I'm
We have
famous,
to get you a
but
disguise.
Give you
No,
this
but
guy.
it is true that we can't go anywhere without someone recognizing him.
Well, this is very true.
Even if we're not in the antique world.
Right.
I mean,
Wow.
we've gotten to Gettysburg dressed full regalia, him in a uniform, the whole 9 yards.
A ghost of a soldier comes up. Is that Joe Biden?
Is that
Yeah, it
is that the
happened.
Bodnars?
Yeah, it happened.
That's the Bodnars.
Absolutely
And I
happened.
was like, oh Lord.
But and sometimes it's actually really nice because we went on the way home from Cape May at the beginning of the year. We stopped at the antique co-op down there by Atlantic City. What the
Smithville?
heck was it? Smithville.
Smithville, yeah, we stopped in
And-
Smithville.
Historic Smithville.
When I went in there, we saw 2 old customers, and then a buzz went around that Bodnar's in the place. Oh my God!
Bodnar's
and
in
the
the
owner
building.
was very nice to me. I tell you, he was like, "Oh, thank you for stopping at my store and everything." And I thought that was really nice because I'm
nice.
just
You know,
shopping.
That's the shop where the mice and lions came from.
Really?
I believe
Yeah.
it.
Oh.
I
Okay.
believe it.
Yes.
And they're in this auction that were this upcoming sale. The mice
very
and mice.
cute.
They're
probably the
super
nicest
cute.
piece of mice that are actually in the sale.
When,
One of the pieces.
When we went to the co-op, we went to the Atlantic City Antique Show. Found
Remember those days?
Absolutely nothing. But we stayed overnight in Smithville, and we went to the co-op, and Amel's looking for his mice, and as always. And I go, look at these 2 cute little lions. And his mouth dropped, and he's like, oh my God, that's 18th century mice. And I was like, I just thought they were cute.
They're cute little lions.
Cute little lions.
They're adorably
And they were
derpy.
$300 each.
Right.
And we only had $300 on us. So we bought the female, the lioness, because she was more defined looking and her mouth was like... So we bought her, got home and said, okay, this is not right that we broke them up. And we called the dealer up. We took his card and we said, could you hold them? We'll be back next weekend to get them. And then we went back to get the other one.
Right.
But they were so cute.
I remember the Atlantic City Antique Show. What a big
Yeah.
show that used to
That
be.
was
I don't know if
you.
you ever been.
I don't trust myself.
You ever been?
No.
No, I see. Back in the day, I remember. I don't even know if you probably did. You come to the AC with us? No. I used to go to that show and hand out brochures for the auction and stuff. Well, I'm going back 20 years ago, at least, maybe 25 years ago.
I didn't know
But
that.
I took Alan. Probably Big Al and Shirley. That's who won it. It was probably us foursome. The Motley Crew.
Big
Yeah,
Al,
we went
Cheryl.
down. And we used to go booth to booth and hand out business cards and hand out calendars for the auction.
That's clever.
Yeah, that's what we used to. I used to hit the shows up like that. But the AC show had beautiful stuff. That was back in the day when these antique shows. There was one in Somerset. There was one in Atlantic City, and you have the Miami show. This is back in the day. You had, I mean, you still kind of have it, but you had top-notch antique dealers. I mean, stuff that was like 30,000, 80,000, 50,000, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
For what though? Who's buying it?
well, back then, people were buying it. But there again, let's back up. When you're into that caliber, I think a majority of the dealers, it's more it's a show.
It's like, come and look at my nice things.
Because you'll set up a booth like this, and you'll literally have a couch, a beautiful painting, a sideboard, maybe a quilt, and a couple other things. That's all you have, and it's probably $500,000 worth of shit. And if you sold one piece, that's it. You're good. But that's how these shows are. Like, even if you look at the Newtown Bee now, and you look at the New Hampshire show, and you look at the New England states, they still have shows like that where it's true Americana, and you look and you see what they're showing. Generally, these dealers only have 20 items in their booth, and that's it. And if they sell one piece, they're happy.
It's all faceless dolls. It's all tea-stained, faceless dolls.
I guess so. But, that was how, I mean, even when we sold the beautiful dining room table that we got $26,000 for, and Hadassah Antiques out of New York City bought it, and I delivered it to him. His store was like that. But he was in, I think it was called the 56th Street Antique Center. And like there again, everybody had like a booth like this,
like room.
Yeah, and you had a rug guy, a clock guy. My God, I'll never forget. We walk in there and there's a clock guy, and he had like maybe 15, 20 clocks, but the one clock was a clock that was just bronze with ships and a lighthouse, and the ship is rocking back and forth for the seconds, and like the moon, and it was like it was like $200,000 for the clock. I mean, but. I would own it, man. It would go right there. It was that beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful.
Not for that kind of money.
But there again, it's one of a kind things that you just don't see, and that's a market that's not even happening anymore like it used to.
No, it's even really hard. I've noticed over the last few years, because even 5 to 10 years ago, I feel like you'd be tripping over cog masters, people who were just specializing in old antique clocks, but nowadays. 90% of the connections I did have for those types of things, all retired, all out of business. Nobody wants to do it.
Yeah, the last big clock guy around here was Conover. Conover Antiques in Heightstown area. He was a big clock buyer, and he's long gone. We pass his farm every time on the way back from Cape May. It's now housing. They built houses on that farm.
Yeah,
but he was the clock guy, because you would take it to him, or you would take it to Attic Treasures, and Ruth and Saul. Saul used to fix clocks. You remember Attic Treasures, right? On Route 22. She was old school that way too. They had nice.
There's not
antiques
many old school people left.
No.
Which was with Amel's collection. My concern was, when something happens to me, I don't want my kids to have to deal with this.
Right.
Besides the fact that my nightmare would be them putting everything out at a yard sale. But they should know better. They know better.
Yeah.
Each of them has worked for you at some extent, so they have some knowledge. But also, I just feel that it's nice to pass it on to people that appreciate it.
Right.
I handle the phone calls when people call and say, "Oh, I'm so interested in this piece. I collect this kind of thing," whatever it is. It's just nice to see the interest.
Right.
in this stuff. So I'm happy. It's all going to good homes.
Well, that's it. When you think about it, everyone's life's collection, it took you a lifetime to possess all the great stories of collecting, like you're
Right.
talking about, that you remember going out to the markets and the antique shows and the auctions and battling it out and finding this. And there's plenty of things too. I know, like with your husband, over the years, you bought it, you loved it. You took it to Christie's, it made $50,000, and then you bought more shit and this and that, because there was a lot of things that were sold off over the course of the years.
He sold off things.
Yeah.
When he bought his Porsche, the 356,
Right.
he said, I want to buy this car. His friend was moving to Australia and couldn't take the car with him. And he had been asking this guy for 10 years to buy the car. And I said, you could buy another car if you find the money to pay for it. He went over to the wall, took 2 Chinese plates off the wall, and sent pictures to Christie's. In 2 days, they emailed him and said, we want you to bring them in. And the 2 plates he paid, I think, $12 for, something around there. And he sold them for $7,000 and bought the car.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, then I
had a
will
very
shut
good
my
eye.
I respect
then
it.
I will shut my mouth.
Well, hopefully every Chinese export next week brings 7,000 each.
That would be fabulous.
Here's hoping. Here's hoping.
Hear ye. Let's sell it all for big money.
Yes.
And with the Porsche, now the car we're selling, it was this personal car, but that came from the same collection.
Yes,
So the
the same
Mercedes we're
gentleman.
selling next week is actually from the same
Yep.
collection that the
Sa-
Porsche
that
came
was
from.
his everyday car. He loved that car.
So technically, the money from that actually paid for the car.
Oh man,
Help
that,
pay for that car.
that Mercedes reminds me of the Mercedes from Death Becomes Her. Because
Yes.
it has the little light windshield wipers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Well, it's a 1993.
classic.
Mercedes. The interior is great. It runs. I mean, listen, it has its issues. It's 30-some years old,
Yeah.
right? It's a true antique vehicle these
But it's
days.
giving like Debbie from Adam's Family Values.
Yes, Adam's
yes.
Family Values. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know?
it does. It does
Yeah.
have that. It does have that feel to it. But yeah, no. So that car's in the sale, and hey, whatever it sells for, it's going to sell
Yeah,
for.
it's gonna
Who
sell
knows?
for.
That's a car that I think at worst case scenario is like 800 to 1,000 could have need some different works on it, but it could bring 3,000 or 4,000, because where do you find a 93 in the condition it's in? Because yes, will does the brakes go to the floor a little bit, yeah. Is it knocking a little bit?
bit.
Yes, but it's drivable, and I
The
think
little
he used it
windshield
for,
wipers get me every time. I just can't. I just can't.
I think he used that every day. He used to come to the auction,
Yeah,
and sometimes he
that
would
was
come in
his
the
everyday
Jaguar
car.
too. Yeah.
Until he bought the Jaguar at the auction.
Right, and then that I like
okay.
that Jaguar. That Jaguar
Yeah.
we sold. That was nice. I know
So pretty.
your son's keeping the
Yeah.
Jaguar, yeah, which is good. It should stay in the
Yeah,
family. No,
he's
that's really
keeping that.
nice.
It's cute.
But yeah, no, I just remember all those different antique shows and this and that. But what I was getting at is you collect it, you love it, and then we present it at auction, we present somebody's life, and now it goes out and reaches out to all different collectors again, and it kind of
It's
the
nice.
cycle of merchandise.
Well,
Yes.
it concentrates, it disperses. It concentrates,
Right.
it disperses.
Right.
I think it's a cool process. And it's something I've had to come to terms with as I've gotten older as a collector, because
Yes.
mean, I've always said, some pieces will come from warm hands, some pieces will come from cold hands. So, but I really do, and of course working in the industry, I see the beauty in it. It is very, very full circle.
It is.
You enjoy it for a time.
Absolutely.
And
That's
if
it.
it's
You're
still
a
here when you're
caretaker
gone, then
for a little bit of time
That's
exactly.
right. You're the-
Stewardship.
You're the
Yes.
caretaker, and then it goes on
to someone else
to
who's
the
going
next
to love
person.
it.
Yep.
But sure. Everybody nods their head, but when I say
Except
it,
for you, Maureen.
except for you,
I've heard about you.
Don't take my things, Maureen.
don't take my things. I'm not coming for your stuff. Trust me.
Oh my God.
We got nothing we want.
No.
You came for my
Sorry,
stuff.
that was a little
You came for
spicy.
my stuff last night.
What stuff?
My necktie collection.
Oh my God, you're a hoarder.
How many
I'm trying
neckties
to
you got?
organize.
Apparently more than I realized.
It's got to be like 190.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a lot of silk.
190, not
Yeah.
200. 200. That would be 200.
Oh my God.
I've
And there-
worn every tie too.
No, you haven't. There's
I know you say I
plenty
haven't.
that still have the tag on it.
Whoop, busted.
Well, those probably came from the auction. Those were the Italian ones.
No.
I remember that
Yes.
auction.
You remember the Italian ones?
I do.
Really?
There was
the
one not
Expo
too long
Center?
ago. Oh no,
Oh,
sorry.
I was going to say.
There was a different Italian. we had a lot of other Italians.
We did have a lot of other Italian ones, but no, he's talking about at the Expo Center.
At the
We
Expo Center, man. We had
tons and
this,
tons and tons and
We had
tons.
this lovely woman whose husband died, and he spent $500,000 in clothing, maybe $1 million in clothing.
like
The clothes.
But he was small.
name
Oh,
brand.
petite bitch, get the fuck out of here.
He
Yeah.
was very petite, so it was a tough sell. It was a tough
It
sell.
was
the
a tough
baffling
sell.
part of that sale was where were his shoes?
Yeah, there were
no
no
shoes.
shoes.
There were no shoes.
It was all suits.
Did he have no feet?
Shirts, ties.
I think you might be right. He was
pocket
footless.
squares.
Yeah, like every accessory known to man.
Unless they had family that like only wanted the shoes, like because he probably had like
just
salad
weird. I
fair
don't know.
combos.
Why
with
wouldn't
cheese.
they take the Brioni jacket? You know,
When I tell you neckties, I mean even some of the neckties I have upstairs came from that collection. They were like $500 a piece, $1,000
Yeah, like
a piece.
Hermes ties. and-
Nice.
All right, they're
Classics.
beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, vintage Valentino.
But yes,
and-
my closet was getting a little.
It's not just him. The whole closet in general is driving me nuts.
Well, I take a closet and a half, and she takes a quarter. I give
I have
her
half.
I give her a
I have
half a
half
closet.
one closet.
and I'm a
For
closet.
all my
That is wrong.
fabulous clothes, I
that
get a
is
half a
wrong.
closet.
The woman
The
always
defense
gets more
is wrong.
closet space.
You need more
Wrong.
closet space.
I do.
Yes.
So I decided, like, my purses were just, and they're piled on top of each other. I said that we came home and I was trying to unpack things from Cape May, and I said I can't stand it for one more minute. I can't stand it. So I bought
Okay.
hooks to hang my purses on.
okay.
I bought like the shoe things you'd put your shoes in for his ties, though. And there's 4 to
Oh,
6
that's smart.
ties
Yeah.
in each pocket. And it is
Wow.
awful.
I don't know.
Wow.
She started throwing them on the bed yesterday. I almost died. I thought we were
Maureen,
getting rid of them all. I was
Move
like,
his closet to down here.
Oh my God.
I moved Amel out of
that
the bedroom
closet's all mine
closet.
too.
Oh, that's all his too.
Oh no! Half of it is just coats that he'll never wear.
I wear
no,
every
I will say
one.
the other half.
I don't think I've ever seen you work.
Nope, he never wears a
Good
coat.
point.
I put on a little weight that it does
In
not
all
work no
honesty,
more.
in all honesty,
The
I was
coats
like,
don't
I don't
work.
think I've ever seen you in a winter
I'm
coat.
going to lose the weight though and get back into those coats.
Never. The other half is filled with 1, my reenactor clothes, and 2, coats that I wear that I cycle through.
Okay.
I think
I have a different coat.
There's
for
always room
different
for a hoop
outfits.
skirt.
I think my
There's always room for a hoop skirt.
I think my high school
it's in
jacket's
there,
in
shoved
there.
in there.
Really?
Yeah, my 1992 Franklin High
Nice.
School marching band varsity jacket is in the closet. I'll bring it out for the next podcast. All right.
Yeah, we'll have a try on.
You will have a try-on. And
Try-on.
as a matter of fact, we will do that in between episodes. I am going to try on every article of clothing I own. No, I'm not going to do that.
I was just saying, how long you got?
Thank God you didn't sell my ties. I was really
That's selling
concerned
your
last
ties. I'm
night.
just trying to
I thought you were
organize. I
throwing
can't
them out.
stand it.
You threw 2 out on me, right? Did you throw those 2 out? The pink ones that are stained?
There was actually 3, and no, they're in the laundry room to see if I can save them because they're nice ones.
Okay, they are nice. I do like them.
They're nice ones.
Well,
but
listen, I have Snoopy ties and all kinds of great
did
ties.
Amel have this many clothes? Is
Hell yeah.
oh God.
They're still in the house hanging up trying to figure out what to do with
That's the
them.
next
Yeah.
sale.
Next sale.
That's next year.
Brioni
2027.
coats. Yeah. Gucci shoes, Prada sandal. Uh-huh.
But you know what I like? He was an interesting guy. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah, he
all around with
All
what he
around.
collected, what he wore, what he drove, how he thought. You
Right.
know, he was just an interesting.
He was a secret agent. That's what I told her. We're going to have
Yeah.
the secret agent
Secret
sale.
agent.
He was like a
sale.
secret
He was
agent.
like a secret agent. That's how okay.
Yeah.
He worked in Manhattan for many years. He was the head of an advertising department, I believe, in New York City, right?
No.
I'm wrong on it? Oh.
Somerville.
Somerville. Why did I think he was in the
I don't
city?
know.
I always thought he worked in the city. Well,
Yeah,
he
Somerville.
gave out
He
gave the impression.
he gave the impression that he was
worked
a
in New York.
he was
Amel gave
James
city.
Bond in working in
In
the city, but it
Somerville,
was
yeah.
really in Somerville. I didn't realize that. No, I always thought it was New York City. Wow.
I'm sad I didn't ever get to really meet him.
I know.
He seemed like a
Loved
wonderful
you.
gentleman.
He was. He was.
He
awesome.
was. He could. He told you like it was.
I was gonna say he would tell you like it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Told you like it is. But he gave some solid advice. You know, he really did. He convinced me to let Monica take over in the office and back off and walk away.
Right.
You know, and then when I would hover and he would say, Maureen, if you give someone the responsibility to do, you know, that they're going to do this, you have to let go of how they get from A to B. You know what I mean? They're going to take a different route than you, and you have to just let go of that. And I was like,
True.
but just always super solid advice.
He used to always tell me, I'm too nice. You're a sucker.
Yes.
But that's what they would joke, that Janet was like Joe,
Me and Joe
I
are
was
exactly
like Amel.
the same.
Right.
Too nice and no backbones.
And Amel and I,
Maureen
we
were
would sit there and chat
exactly
for
the same.
hours
so
because
funny.
we were
Yes.
like, nope,
Yeah.
this is it, But
Somebody would call up and I'd tell Joe, oh, she can't take pictures. She's old. I feel bad. And Joe's like going to make a house call. And Maureen and Amel like, get out of here. Get out.
because
You can't
people
feel
will make
bad.
their problem your problem every chance you give them.
Valid.
Right.
And I don't give them that chance. I'm sorry, I don't. But he had kind of a dry sense of humor,
Yeah.
And man, I'll never forget the sale with the leg.
The leg.
Yes.
And
The
Amel so there was an old customer. Now and who knows where she is now. She was a mean woman. She was a mean, rotten woman. She'd be on her little scooter.
She was mean.
If you outbid her on something, she would ram her scooter into you repeatedly.
Like around the box lot tables.
Yes.
Like-
she would just ram. And the
Wouldn't be
auctioneer.
me, couldn't be me.
And the auctioneer, Kevin, would be, ma'am, please stop ramming people with your scooter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
she was
And she was
brutal.
blind as a bat.
and she would sit in the front row of the jewelry sale with binoculars.
And a winter hat in
And
the
a
middle
winter
of the
hat and a
summer.
winter coat, and never once
Kidding
leaved,
me?
and never
No.
once leaved to use the bathroom until once.
Right.
Once.
One time, she left to use. I am in the office. I had Dana with me, not different Dana.
Yeah.
And there is screeching coming from the bathroom. I mean, something's being murdered in there. And I knew it was her. And I knew you know what? I didn't even need to know it was her. I didn't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
The lunatics that would come to the auction, like at some point, you just go, I'm done. And I'm staring at my computer screen typing, and Dana's like, we should go check on it. Nope. You can go. I'm not going. Nope. And it kept going. And finally, the office staff, the whole office staff from the expo center is plunked right in front of my desk, staring at me. I'm like, fine. I will go in there.
What happened?
So I go in. She's in the handicap stall. Door wide open. Yeah, I can't unsee it.
Oh no.
Nothing from the waist down. Nothing. But her leg fell off.
Her leg fell
She had a
off.
fake leg. And she's screaming bloody murder. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, what do you want me to do? And she said, get Ira, her husband.
Yeah,
Get
Ira.
Ira. Get
Ira.
Ira. I need him. I said, I will go get Ira. But you have to shut up. Shut up. Stop screaming.
Yeah, she was screaming like a
So I
baby.
walked out. The whole expo office staff is staring at me. And I was like, I will be back. And I walked away, and I go into the jewelry sale where Janet is. She was, I still can remember what she was selling, Longaberger baskets.
Yes, the baskets.
And Janet's calling, and she finishes calling the item, and I said, turn your mic off. She turns her mic off. I said, I'm only going to say this once, so listen up. This crazy scooter lady's in the bathroom because her leg fell off. She's naked from the waist down, and she needs Ira, but I don't know who Ira is and what he looks like. Go find me Ira. I will call the sale. And she was like,
Okay.
but the look she gave me.
What kind of look do you get for that?
I mean,
You know?
fair.
He was like, I'm going to only say this once.
I was trying to process the information.
So
Naked, leg fell off. That's
what I'm saying.
Crazy scooter ladies in the bathroom
It was
keeping
a
her head
lot.
off.
Yeah, those are the
Leg
key
fell off.
points that are like, I'm like, her fucking
was
leg
way
fell
too
off?
much.
Yep.
What the fuck?
So I start calling the sale, and mind you, I am being like stone-faced about this whole thing. I'm calling the sale, but I see her, I see Amel, and I see Nick peeking over at our conversation when we were first talking, but they were across the room, they couldn't hear us. And I'm calling the sale, and I'm holding it together. And about 10 minutes later, I see Nick first come into the room, and then I see Amel. And he is as red as that fucking curtain. Laughing. Tears streaming down his face. And that was it. I lost it. I was like, I hate you. Because we had that same dry sense of humor, you know? And he just came in tomato red, you know? And I was like, And that was it. I lost it. I threw the mic. I walked away, and I just lost it. It was like this woman. And it's burned. It's burned in here. It's burned.
And the best part is when I got Ira, he was in the middle of bidding on toys, and I said, Ira, your wife needs you. And he goes, I'm bidding now. I can't stop. And I explained that her leg fell off, and she needs help putting it on. And he goes, can't that wait?
He should have been like the real one or the fake one.
It was such an awkward situation.
Yes.
Yeah, it was awkward. But Amel, tomato red, I mean red,
Right.
shaking, trying not to laugh out loud.
Yes.
Just
When he heard what
convulsing
happened, yes.
is will forever live in my
Be in your
memory.
head.
Yep,
Yes.
yep. Cool. Well, it's been an hour. Can you imagine that? Make sure you check out this auction of great stuff, of great
Great
collections,
stuff.
great memories.
Super
Good
cool
vibes.
stuff, honestly. Very cool
Honestly.
stuff.
Yeah, this is October 1st. Don't forget, this is fantastic. I can't wait to see what some of it brings. I
I'm
hope something
excited.
smokes. I can't wait. Something's going to smoke.
course
I know
it
it.
is.
Well,
Oh,
it's all neat
definitely.
stuff. It's
Yeah,
very.
It's all
Very
very
cool.
cool.
Well, it's all one of a kind. That's what's really nice about it. It's a one of a kind collection, and we
Yeah.
appreciate
Especially
you
given the
bringing it
age.
into our hands.
I appreciate you selling it. to
Well,
me.
there you go. Very good. Well, I think that's it. Make
That's
sure
it,
you
kids.
check us out on all the different platforms. You have your
Yeah.
speech.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. I take two podcasts off, and I forget my place here.
Yes.
Yes. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the things, and email us at Bodnars Bids and Banter Podcast at gmail.com.
And we'll get that story on. Next podcast, we will be talking about somebody's
We
story that got
had an
emailed
Yeah,
in.
we want to
Yes.
hear them. We want to hear
So
them.
make sure you
Yep.
tune in 2 weeks and you're going to hear it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thanks for joining us. Once again, I'm Joe.
Maureen.
Danny.
Janet.
Have yourselves a wonderful day. Thanks for watching Bodnar's Bid and Banter. Remember, we're here every other week with new episodes, new stories, and wonderful, wonderful times. Make sure you check us out, bodnarsauction.com, YouTube, Facebook, all the different platforms where you watch this podcast or listen to this podcast now. Now, once again, thanks and have a wonderful day.